Good evening, everyone. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome back to Ding Dong Bing Bong, the final investigation. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to see who kicked the bucket, I'd say come back to this later and watch the previous one. So let's begin, shall we? Surprise! It was Nagito.
Alright, who killed this son of a gun?
I never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Well, he's got a look of fucking on his face. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Ah, jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him.
Ah, got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face.
Oh.
And in one swift moment, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth.
Hey, what are you doing?
Who do I think killed him? I'd have to think about that. Let me do the investigation, then I'll say. It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine! You're gonna get cursed!
How dare you talk to my gamer girl like that? How dare you? You beta simp. I am the alpha simp. You are just the beta simp. The blood on Nagito's face, it looks like it mostly came from a slice on his left arm. If that's the case...
Yeah, it's no use, she's not listening.
Hey, about the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking towards the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape.
Yeah, seriously, what's wrong with that?
It means he was alive, genius! During the fire. She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. Well, I guess that too. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about?
I'm guilty! No!
I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back in his mouth already.
Yep.
Alright. Anyways, this might be some kind of clue too, I should remember that. What now, reserve student? Yes, yes, I see. Oh, wait, no, you're not a reserve student. I'm the reserve student. I'm also the one alive. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife, it must be from the military base. So, Sonia, you were hanging out at the military base. What were you doing over there? And now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife. It's a K-bar.
Well?
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand.
Cannot be.
And then they finished him off with a spear.
How cruel.
Then does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they couldn't just kill him by stabbing him with a knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
You're right.
It's definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? Yeah. To get their point across. The reason they had to use the spear, huh? Oh, this fucking... Oh, this new ending theme. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have a stab wound, but this wound looks like a slice. This is the harpoon from the castle. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look like the deep compared to his other wounds. But regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere. There's an artery underneath your armpit that if you cut, it will actually... If untreated, you can bleed out from it.
Super difficult.
Something strange.
Strange what?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced. But... doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm.
Yeah, it definitely cuts off.
Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Maybe like he grabbed the spear. It is right off the aorta, yes. Your aorta has... I'm trying to remember my anatomy, because it's been a while since I've had to go through anatomy, but your aorta branches off into like 3 main branches. And trying to remember what it was. Subclavian. That's what it is. It goes to subclavian. It's subclavian, carotid, and it's like brachiocephalic. And that subclavian goes all the way down onto your armpit. Anyway. What's up, Vivi? Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but... something else that's strange. When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand...
Well?
Will I use a chat member to demonstrate that artery? Here. Okay. So, what happened was... Here's Nagito. And it went oofy, 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 and oofy, 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 and oof, and but anyway, so the aorta branches off, kind of like this. Goes like that. That looks really bad, but you get the idea. But you got the carotid. This one goes up to your brain. Your subclavian. This one goes over this direction, down there, and blah, blah, blah. And then you got the brachiocephalic, which goes blah, 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 blah over there. All right, moving on.
28 stab wounds!
There's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right, why is it only on this part? It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win.
Oh yeah, sure you do.
What if, like, he stabbed himself with the harpoon? But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? So I'm thinking, because there's no blood on his hand, I'm pretty sure he probably grabbed the spear and stabbed himself for some reason. And then the killer's like, "What the fuck are you doing, you idiot?" So, I don't know. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillar nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. So they were trying to get the femoral artery as well. Man, they really wanted him to bleed out. Because well, actually they missed the femoral artery. It's more like towards the inside. Close to the groin area. But it goes all the way down there.
Yeah, at any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Oh, they may have been torturing him. Torture! I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? And if you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing.
Also, there's a big blood splatter on the hammer part of the harpoon. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him. If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagito. He wasn't gonna let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that.
But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? No, I want to look at this. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh,
Wait.
oh my! Woo!
Hang on, I gotta get my Monokuma back.
I don't think so. Oh my! What's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extending from the tip of the handle? And there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear.
Is this your first time looking at this too?
Of course not. This is the spear of Gungnir. Gungnir. Right?
You definitely just came up with that now.
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from?
I feel like I saw it at the Nizumi Castle. Yeah, in the Rat Castle.
What? Nizumi Castle? I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice! Damn you all to hell!
I need to hear Monokuma talk again. I lost my Monokuma. I see, even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out... But the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle, it looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Oh, that's where he held it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nizumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. Gunnya. There's still some things I need to confirm. I feel like, I don't know, maybe he wanted to smack someone with it? I don't know. Maybe he smacked himself? Who knows? I'm sure everything will be explained in due time. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. When Chiaki peeled the duct tape off of Nagito's face earlier, the blood splatter that got on his face wasn't underneath the duct tape. Based on the crinkles on the duct tape, Nagito must have been moving his mouth when it was taped shut, which means his mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. Was his mouth covered with duct tape so he couldn't call for help? What do you mean there's still some things you need to confirm? feet? No. Ah, burnt rope. Here we go. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of the rope burnt off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. The rope is burned off like this. Why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? I guess I'm done with this area. Jeez, I can't believe I'm actually investigating such a grisly-looking body. I thought he said greasy-looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And if I have to investigate his deaths so I can find his killer, am I used to something as abnormal as this? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. All right, well, enough about that. Let's look at our pet. Get more despair. You need more despair. Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey.
No response! He's dead, Jim! Just kidding! I'm not dead! Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at the factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you! Here's a stuffed animal, too.
Don't put oversized garbage there! It's so misleading!
What are you calling oversized garbage?
Could this be one of the Monokuma tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Maybe they shoved Nagito into one of those dolls. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you saying?
I had nothing to do with that. Huh?
You're so evil.
He's probably lying! Seriously, you're always lying! You should just die like that plushie over there!
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monomi. But you better watch what you say. I feel like it. I can wipe you out easily, you know.
Yeah, I won't give in your threats. I'll fight you until the very end!
I can't lose.
I will definitely take back the seat of the world supremacy from Monokuma! Okay. Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Oh, but it will, I'm sure.
So just as I thought.
If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial, then we can think about what will happen after.
One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way. It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh.
She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling? Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to pull out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There. Can you see? See that red streak? Huh? Did they hang him? You're right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. Maybe like he had to hold. Maybe he had to like hold himself up, and he just lost his strength and he fell on the spear. That's why you've been staring at it. I think it's strange. Definitely strange. I should remember this.
I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen?
Obviously
This rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home.
I can't beat to the end. Does that mean you don't think it'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Monokuma might be planning to make us do something at the countdown then.
What do you mean something? He's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
I don't know. But this Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us all. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial. Yeah, I know.
Nah, then don't bring up strange stuff like that.
It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikon's, but it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time.
What doesn't matter?
The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file, the time of death was noon sharp. If it was noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30. So it also has a clock function. And that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Ha! It happened that recently. It's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. But whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious. Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we were all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of the plastic are scattered all over the place. Why is it purple? Those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Also, there's a lighter right there. That's a big-ass lighter. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Ah, this is an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging if it also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. That's a chunky Zippo. If the oil lighter was placed here...
Just kidding.
Ah, an oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
Is the most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
which means
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
you are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. They caused the fire to destroy evidence. That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to the crime scene, but... I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito, there should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with a rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was the reason?
Well, it looks like I better investigate other areas. I'll investigate other areas and find the warehouse first.
This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is it here? It's playing some sick tunes.
Looks like that weird music was played from there. You know that music that was blaring when the fire started?
Yeah, you're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it, that music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? Wait a second. These are set up like dominoes. A lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panels near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burnt. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall... They should have been neatly put away. Yep, they knocked over the lighter. So everything was set up. Yeah, when they kicked open the door, the lighter got pushed over, which set fire to the curtain. Maybe they're the ones who made this mess.
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason those panels are tipped over is... It'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warning and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Something blocking the door. I could barely open it.
I knew it, it's a trap! Just stop!
It'll be fine. I just gotta use a little more force. Bam. Could it be? Was that it? And there's something else I've been wondering.
Hey, hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line.
Yeah, compared to the ones that tipped over the panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
Isn't this clearly strange? We can speculate this was done intentionally. Phew! I hate how it's backwards. A bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. The sprinklers completely soaked them. Can't even turn the pages. Well, it's not like I'm missing much. How dare you? All these CDs, they're all copies of Monokuma's music. These should have been burnt too. No, I want to hear his music. Looks like this side is completely soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if there was an important clue here, we might not be able to find it.
Oh, it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put out the fire.
Hey, hey.
But there was a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades.
You are right.
I agree. If we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and become all wet and soggy. Speaking of wet and soggy, moo.
Oh, Miss Sonia's all wet. She's all drenched and soggy.
Hey, hey!
You were thinking that, huh?
Of course not!
I wasn't thinking that at all.
Say what?
Why aren't you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime.
Oh, you're screwed with me!
Oh my, screwing? How lewd!
Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second.
Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already.
Beta simp. I'm the one true alpha simp, and I will simp for my gamer girlfriend. Yeah, well, we'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk with her.
Hey, Sonia, you got a minute?
Yes, what is it?
I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set up in the warehouse exploded. Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right?
It is not a bomb! Why did you know the bombs were fake? That's not all, either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island.
Plus, when I called you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and why were you not? What were you doing during that time?
Oh my. It cannot be.
Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus shit, you son of a bitch! Whoa, hey, settle down there.
So, Sonia?
I am sorry.
I was panicking. Yo. Man, maybe we should have gotten to know Sonia a little better. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there.
Huh?
Well,
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time.
Oh, does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
that is.
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered.
Please listen.
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs.
How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake?
Because I attempted to use one of them.
What?
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door from the ancient ruins. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruins.
However, that plan was an utter failure.
What are you doing over there, mon ami? You see her? See her over there? Sneaking through those vines? Duh! wait, how did she go?
The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display.
Sesame! You know, it looks more like she's doing some of this.
Perfect.
God damn it, all to hell!
Huh! Language, princess, language!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean that Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. Yeet! Let's just hang out on this frame for a second. Ah, I got it. Idea. Dramatic entrance.
Woo-hoo-hoo! I am the one that is sus!
But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that that the bombs he set were real as well. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I have explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me.
Oh, you're right, I got it.
I got pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried! Objection!
Yeah, I am.
Well,
At a time like this, it might be good if you broadened your investigation range.
Oh, you mean it's good to investigate other places?
You might be right, there are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, and Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from. And Nagito's room. If I'm going to understand the reason of his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
you hear me?
Hey, you guys! Isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others are gathered around her. I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we have the same idea.
Huh?
Yeah, but is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime thing.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas, probably. Well, alternatively, there aren't any clues in other areas either. We have to just give up. We'd have to give up completely.
Oh, you don't really need to say that.
Hey!
Then it's okay if we leave this place.
It's okay.
There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That is our reality. That is why there's no time for us to stand around. Twuck. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed in this truck were actually fireworks, which reminds me the truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. It's an enormous machine, but it's stopped for now. Looks like there's nothing related to the incident here. Hello, Sonia!
My,
I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life.
Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into.
However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
well,
You thought I was done! I'm never done, baby! Woo!
Huh?
do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism!
All right.
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it.
Hey, hold on. If there was a bomb inside, these wouldn't explode if we carelessly messed with it?
Easy as pie.
Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Enough already.
Stop! There's no bomb!
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You are actually, you know what? He does have a bomb inside of him. Maybe.
Hang on a second.
Is Monokuma lying? You are right.
However,
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
who knows?
I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No.
Oh, well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just telling you now for the first time. Whew, I feel so relieved.
But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon.
Well done.
How many sides does an Octagon have, Hajime?
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it!
That is.
Did I say something I should not have said?
It's not your fault. Don't worry about it.
There was stuff in here too. There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. Military base. How's my shitty pet doing? Not really shitting. Not a lot of despair growing. Flux. A huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck bed.
Ah, found it. Oh, what'd you find?
Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like this.
A survival knife. Wait, that's...
Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand?
Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
All right.
So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once.
That's everyone, though.
Nope, not me. This is my first time I've been here.
That sounds fishy.
Damn it. Damn it! This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these.
It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that. It's the dreadful helicopter. When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty. Nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth. But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were real. It's possible he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in his video message. Do you think there's enough bombs to blow up the island? He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No. Is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose a traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. Am I leaning towards anyone being the killer? Not yet. Not yet. Yes, grow your despair. Grow it! Grow more desperate as time goes on! Covered in your own filth! You dirty rabbit, you! The missing spear. Spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. It's definitely rich, right?
I see.
Yeah, just as I thought. Looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight on the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears in the wall is missing.
Also,
Yeah, there's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gunya, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with that lame name like that. Oh, but why did the killer use a spear and a knife?
well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with the knife, but it would have been easier too. Yeah, there's no way a spear like that, like this, with this unnecessary cord thing on it, would be easy to use.
yeah, it definitely looked hard to wield. But still, they chose this spear for a reason. What could be the reason? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before, as if Nagito is trying to make us suffer even after he's died.
Oh, well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that.
I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. He's given up already, huh? Alright, so his cottage, huh? Ah, there we go. It's Monokuma just sitting right there.
How'd you Hajime.
Ah, Hajime.
What's this?
Oh my! You want to go inside Nagito's room too?
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye.
I didn't do that.
Then do it! It's sweet because it's made out of black bean paste. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine.
Fine. I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Bye-bye.
See? I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now.
This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized.
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open.
Okay.
What's up, Luca? We got a Luca, we got a Puka. So Nagito was living here. Hey look, there's that treasure chest that Monomi was missing. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us? No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. We gotta look for Monokuma's first off. Aha! I found him! In the shower!
No.
You miss your gummy wummy? Well, I got his underwear, so it's all good. A fancy-looking treasure box covered in sparkly pink lights is totally standing out.
Huh, could this be?
Find my treasure!
Perhaps.
That treasure box.
Chuck, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous.
It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know.
If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. I turned back towards the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. Bad guy! Bacula became everybody's child of things happen. It contains sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Bacula become everyone's I don't, what is that word? Day 1. Oh, it's right here. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Bacula is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. Oh, it's leader. Oh, it says tired. Everyone's tired. What is this, a diary? Looks like it. Did Monomi write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, 4, 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook.
I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here.
And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go to the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing.
Look at my notebook. Whoa.
From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took a notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive
Phew. I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I had come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late. But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief. Betrayal. I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey.
Hey, that notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? Yeah, it seems that way. That's right. This is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey, you're a liar!
You always show up out of nowhere.
Why you?
Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know.
Lie?
There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write.
Huh? What are you saying? Oh, Jade, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands. See? Bullseye! I know, because I'm the same way, too.
Well, you got like thumb-looking things, little thumb nubs.
Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey.
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister.
It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second.
Hey, I don't know what you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? He said you didn't write that in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it?
Well, you know, it's how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me.
Hold on! Damn it. She totally ran away again.
The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try and get answers from her. But still, I really want to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Monomi's notebook has been added to the truth bullet section. Hey, can I go through the whole notebook? Man, I'd like to. What's in his fridge? There's a refrigerator. Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talked to Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. Monokuma special poison. For poisoning use only. Ah, good.
There really isn't much inside, except for this Monokuma special poison.
The only thing inside the refrigerator is a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right?
Really? Looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? Are you stupid? No wonder Nagito asked him, hey, how many sides does an octagon have? What do you think, chat? You think it's anything special? Anything, anything wrong with this? What do you think? What do you think, chat? What do you think? You think there's anything suspicious about this thing? Protein powder, right?
I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Oh, I swear to God, if he fucking started to drink it, I would have shit. I would have shit and just ended the stream there. Exclusively made for... I just feel like he's just going... Exclusively made for poisoning... Chiaki, how do you pronounce P words? Poisoning someone to death? Ah, protein powder. Hey, this is... Yeah, it looks like poison. No, it's protein powder. See, it starts with a P. Protein.
Poison!
Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it.
Stop it! If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous.
Just leave it on the shelf and rotate it. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle.
Just rotate it in the fridge. Leave it on the shelf.
Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. Oh shit. That is what that purple stuff on the ground was. Those weren't fire grenades. Those grenades were full of poison. And it evaporated because of the fire, and because it was heavier than air, it stuck to the ground, poisoning Nagito to death. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Yeah, poison someone to death.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cold place, in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. The pieces are starting to get pieced together. This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure.
Huh, but where did Nagito get something like this?
Well,
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too. Apply to the bomb?
see?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such a dangerous item. The octagon. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial. Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about that scares me.
Hey,
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the Bobby. But what about this poison?
Huh?
see?
Looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Nope, it's already been sprung.
Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Everyone on the island.
What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died?
Monokuma special protein. It's the bed that comes with the cottages. It looks like the one in my room, but
Hey,
maybe there's something hidden under the bed. It's a usual place for hiding things.
Yeah, like porn.
Hajime? Hajime? Hajime, how do you know that? Well, we should still check just in case. Nothing down here except Big Jugs Monthly. With no exceptions and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and...
there's something here.
It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside.
What's this? Protein handling equipment. Yeah, like handling. Yeah, hiding. No, wait, you don't hide your best bro's underwear. You display it promptly for everyone to see. Wait a second. Are you a fake bro? Real bros should know that, right? Right?
It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? Gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding this under his bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for?
Hajime.
Was there anything else under the bed?
Let's see.
I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and... small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum. A round, thin piece of aluminum, huh? Similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. It's the poison cap. I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait.
Who knows? It might be too soon to decide that. Lick it. Lick it. Lick it. Lick it. Lick it. There are a lot of books and other mysterious items stuffed on this shelf. He also has weights. Like 100-gram weights. The genres and types of items are all so random I can't make any sense of them whatsoever. They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart.
Oh, do they now?
I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this.
So what should we do? It'd be real difficult to look through all these piles.
That doesn't mean we should ignore it, though. I'll leave it to you then.
What?
It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things, you know? There might be private stuff here.
Well, that might be true, but...
So, I'll leave this shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked toward the shelf, scratching my chin and rubbing my belly. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items.
Oh, there's no way there are any clues here. Unless... Nani? Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma.
Wait, that was Nagito, but why did Hajime say it?
Ah, this is another one. That seal.
Indeed. It's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy.
Stolen memories. It just said you're a worthless reserve student. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever.
Oh, that might be another one of his lies.
I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonia. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass.
I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie.
So that means the rest of it might have been a lie too. I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height, my weight, and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department?
Why am I with all the other ultimates?
Hey, hey.
Hajime, did something happen?
Yeah, well, I just found a strange file.
Ah. Isn't that the specialized prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there.
Oh, it's just not my profile. The profiles of everyone on the island are in here, too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone?
Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be a profile on all 16 of us.
Can I take a look at that file? Chucky leaned against me and peered into the file.
Oh, she's touching me.
You're right.
That is a look of
My
determination.
profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Ah, hold on.
Huh?
What happened?
I just noticed it right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles. his name is the only one missing, right?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
Mystery.
No way!
So, what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps, based on that, you think he might be a traitor. No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious.
He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island. No matter what, it's definitely suspicious.
Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life, it's totally wrong! There's a complete different reason!
A different reason?
You're getting all riled up.
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Bacula for no reason! Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Bacula doesn't exist! You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation! What do you mean by that?
The heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right? Huh?
My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly I came across a page that was filled with question marks. The ultimate imposter. I see! Wait, how can you be an ultimate imposter but you're, like, 500 pounds? How does that work for, like, someone... Oh, well, you know what? It worked. You know what? It worked for these kids. It worked on them. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter. I thought it was strange, but I went with it.
That Bacula's true identity!
True identity.
He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny! Bacula Togami! A fake!
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist.
Well, he's dead now.
Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody.
I just went with Bacula, so Bacula.
That's his talent. Though I'm not jealous of that at all.
Bacula Togami.
That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami.
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
so
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that.
Then he was lying to us the whole time.
But still.
But he couldn't help it.
Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent.
Huh?
Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. Are we going to go through, like, Hajime, you're better than us because you're not bound to one single talent? You can't do anything else except rely on that talent. Regardless of whether you want that life or not.
In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell?
anyway.
Ahem! I'm not too happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
That's right.
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Bacula is exactly the truth. What was he trying to say to me at that time?
I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn, for a long time my life has been a living hell.
on the context, if I had to guess,
No.
maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth. That's nothing more than a fraud. Duh. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss. Jeez, Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor?
Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course.
Well, obviously, you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. Huh, you made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here.
correct.
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right?
Well, probably. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about this?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Wait, what do you mean time's up? Excuse me for the moment.
Ding dong bing bong!
Ding dong, bing bong! No!
That chimed just now.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time.
Trial is starting. Who killed Nagito?
So, time's up.
Uh,
We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock.
I feel like there's some fucky wucky
I'll see
stuff
you
going on.
soon.
So Nagito had filled up those poison bottles. I'm trying to remember who had us. Who? There's some weird stuff going on. I think the gamer girl. I think Chiaki. But I think Nagito had a hand in it too. Because there's a lot of suspicious stuff going on. Because she did some weird stuff at the beginning. I think she was also the one that pointed us to the fire grenades as well, which were filled with poison, which caused, I'm assuming, extreme pain as he suffocated to death with poison. So I don't know, there's some weird stuff going on. I think the last class trial in the last game was also kind of weird as well. Yep, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. I don't think she did it out of malice though. It wasn't a vindictive kill. I think there's something more. There's definitely something more. What do you think? Should we believe him? Yeah, maybe it was not on purpose. Maybe Nagito made them kill himself just to do some despair and hope shit. Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma. So maybe Nagito killed Nagito, but he made everyone else kill him. So he probably set that up. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'm sure because it's Nagito. I'm assuming he was a big butt about it. But I think in the end, I think Chiaki is gonna get the rope.
And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
But I can't imagine that's the real end. Huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. So I think she's gonna get outed as a traitor, as the traitor, and I think Monokuma's setting her up to take the fall. Because I think Monokuma knows who the traitor is, and I think he, based on the last game, he's gonna sniff out the traitor, and well, I think he probably sniffed her out already, so they probably set it up somehow, some way. You know, some shit deal. Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once.
Well?
But still, it's also not as good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first.
Oh, you're right.
Class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still.
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know. Like, I think she's gonna go Kyoko route, where she's gonna get blamed, but I think she's actually gonna get blamed. So we're gonna get the bad, good ending. Speaking of which... I'll wait to show that. I showed Moon the other day. We'll wait for this trial to get over. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone's cooperate and work together.
Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine.
Monokuma Rock. Let the trial commence.
Damn right.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's here.
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it. You're making me depressed.
You're making me depressed.
So is it gonna happen again? The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends?
But once we're through with this, we can go back, right? That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Yeah, but we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is. No matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why are you here?
You haven't realized it yet. That feeling of wanting to leave this island. Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know.
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse.
Stop trying to jinx us.
I'll pick you up.
Damn right, stupid rabbits should just shut up.
Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair.
Huh?
I have finally realized after losing my powers. I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Yeah, what's the deal?
I do not really know, but she seems different from before.
Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looked so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Mini Maru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial.
Yeah, fine.
But still.
No, leave him on. Somehow I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial.
Yep.
You're right, we need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
This elevator.
This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right?
I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us. I'm gonna need to get myself a cooling cloth in a second, because it's getting hot in here.
Man, to kill him. Managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is gonna go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that.
Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials.
Yeah, you're right.
In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who survive need to stand and fight. We must fight. Then the doors slowly open, this bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair?
Well now.
Now that the Chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up.
Man, no. Just fucking start this already.
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right.
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end.
Now then.
Let's get this class trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm to kill each other.
This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komoeda, the ultimate lucky student. He's not so lucky anymore. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it. But there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one has begun. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab a face cloth and get it nice and cold, because I am starting to sweat. So be right back, everyone. Alright, let's get back into it, shall we? The cool cloth has been acquired, and I'm already starting to feel its benefits. Skills. Alright, we're set. I know, I am pretty hot. Let's do it, baby.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
I can rest my voice, or my vocal cords. Thank you, Monokuma!
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Who done it?
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment.
Yo, look at that
You pick the
Gundam X!
wrong person.
It's fancy!
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Duh.
Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
Why is she not being hung up anymore?
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
She's just standing there and staring menacingly.
Chesto!
Never mind.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
Fight, 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 fight! Oh, she's standing up to him now. She's refusing to give in to despair this time.
It's useless.
Please stop. I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... Oil lighter, Monokuma, torture wound, survival knife, duct tape.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No. Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
I don't think so.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Whoa, already, huh?
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
No, it's not, you idiot!
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid. Torture, burned rope, survival, duct tape, spear of... Oh, fuck.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him... Damn it!
I was overcome. He's gonna go back to the original topic.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
No! No. Shit.
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went.
No, it's the duct tape.
And got information about the bomb's
Duct tape
location.
on killing.
Then, after
This
they
one.
killed him,
Allow me to cut through those words.
Because he was duct taped during the stabbies.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? If so, friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
Yes.
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard.
28 stab wounds!
If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah, and right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Wait a second. The reason why... Oh my god, I can't believe I saw this. I just realized it. The spear. What happened was Nagito was laying down like that, and the rope was here, whatever, and he was holding on to the spear by the heavy end, and he let go, and the spear dropped into him. So maybe the rope that was burnt off here got him a free hand or something, but I think he held on to it, or something happened, Maybe he had, maybe, you know what? Maybe he was tortured and he had to hold on to that spear, and if he let go of that spear, it would have finished him off. So maybe, you know, he was being tortured, and if he gave in to despair, he would have to let go of that spear, and it would drop and kill him. Or something.
Who knows?
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The knife may have been after.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Damn right! The reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear this up first. Torture, burn rope, duct tape, monochrome collectors, monochrome panels, oil lighter, torture.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup.
They used the panels on the door.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
No.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
It was the door. I'm looking for door.
Way to tip it over with sound waves.
I'm looking for door. I'm looking for door. Looking for door.
Perhaps opening the door caused...
That one. I consent.
I agree with that.
Consent with Sonia.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
Alright, settle down, weeaboo.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line.
It was probably Monokuma making the clattering noises.
Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
I can just see him go, clatter, clatter, clatter! Or he's just making noises.
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
My merchandise! All gone!
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
And they were blaring the music
So
too.
the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Oh, the MP3 player.
I see!
This!
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Really damn loud. I'm not talking about the music. And as if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It was locked.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter. Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
That door was the only entrance to the warehouse. So the problem Chiaki's trying to talk about is the killer couldn't have left. We couldn't take any merch. Ah!
I see.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
But if that's true, it's murder.
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. It was Nagito.
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
Well, I mean, you should know about self-inflicted wounds there.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. It looks like I've had some dropped frames.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Whoa, wait, what?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Front tail. If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tailed. Well, is that okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and...
No!
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong!
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, the sleeve wasn't burned at all. Don't you agree?
I just guessed. Right sleeve, right hand.
A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Settle down now, Akane.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
It's Sonia, hang on now.
That's definitely wrong.
Soda's gonna chime in.
Ah, my queen! Tier 3!
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Wait, what? Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the heck? Yo, she's good at getting money. Damn, dude.
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in your right hand using your own right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this. Monokuma panels, oil lighter, torture room, burned rope, survival knife.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Well, he is the ultimate lucky
Propped the
student.
knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Give me back my Benjamin! If Nagito could only use his right hand to stab himself with palm, then how did he do it?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
The plushie.
If he threw the knife
He slammed
into
it down
the
on the plushie.
air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow.
I consent
I agree with that.
with Chiaki.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
And then what, he punched it away?
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
But it doesn't have any burn marks on it.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Now hang on. I know where this is going. And I can't wait.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it again.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone.
Ooh.
If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Oh, really?
Monami sassing me.
Sussing? Sus?
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
She said it! Look this! Good!
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
Yeah.
But
I don't
you
know.
said it too.
Nagito was crazy.
It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Semantics.
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now. Everyone working together.
She's right. We've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then even now.
Let's do this.
All right.
Make your argument!
Torture, burn rope.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail.
Quit.
Guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Really? Front and tails again, huh? If Nagito committed suicide, then he must have used that spear to stab himself. Doing his arms legs tied up. It's his left. It's left hand, left hand.
Stab himself with a spear. Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
Idiot.
Trying to block me.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Yeah, he was gripping onto that that cord.
It looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Exposed, hiding, open. It was hiding. It's gripping! It's gripping!
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Yeah, yes. Yes, he was.
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
That's also known as a front tail. Oh, whoa!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right. That's the
Hey,
problem.
Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Yeah, you smack it. Boom.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section was he holding? The blade, the handle, the shaft, the cord.
I see.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding onto the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shape like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Yeah, they made that really obvious.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time? At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
It was tied up at the girder, he let it go.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Facing up, and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that... That's it. Could it be? The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was and where the state was before he stabbed Nagito.
Are we going deep inside the brain? Here we go, boys!
Logic drive!
I'm gonna find out! You stupid smart! My brain's working great! I'm gonna get logical! Yay!
Where's the spear? Above.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! We got new... Oh! Watch out! Polygons! Ah!
I'm a gamer. Here we go.
Besides the spear, what else is above? The ceiling girder.
Wah! Yay! Yahoo! Oh, my brain got a prion. Yay! Yay!
What item connects both the cord? Those are my brain cells dying.
Woo! Woo! Got it!
It's all coming together.
My brain exploded!
Impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP? That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord,
Just like my drawing.
killed him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body, that was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
I don't know, that seems a little too obvious.
That's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
I mean, he did say that these guys were worthless after he found out about the class history.
Did he want us to die that bad?
So he definitely knew something, and he just was like, whatever, I don't care about you guys anymore. So maybe he did do the suicide, but we found that out a little too easily, I think. So I don't think that might be it. I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place?
Oh yeah, remember when Monokuma said, hey, you guys need to not be in the warehouse because of the gases? I don't think it was because of smoke inhalation. I think it was because he knew the poison was in there. So Monokuma definitely knew about the poison for sure. Well, I mean, of course, right? But I don't think he wanted anyone else to die from it.
If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
That would actually probably reveal the poison too soon.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
I don't know.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion.
I think that conclusion's a little too quick.
Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Ukane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
Oh, I thought she was picking her ear every time she had that. She's like putting her finger up to her eye. I thought, wait. No, that is her eyelash. She is picking her ear. I thought, it looks like she's got a really long finger. I got confused for a second. I thought she just had like her finger up to her eye. But no, she is picking her ear. I just never noticed that before.
You're right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh?
No, I don't think so.
That means we're done with this last class
No way.
trial and we can leave this
No,
island,
too
right?
easy. Too easy.
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
There's no happy endings.
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here, I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death, piece of evidence that couldn't be messed with.
I see.
Oh. Okay, thank God that was it.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
I was gonna look through the Monokuma file, but oops. But good thing that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. Estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stab in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... what is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Oh, there's no cause of death. Oh my God, I'm a genius. Cause of death. Oh, this is horrible. God damn. God damn, man. What the fuck? Holy shit. Holy shit. What the fuck? How do you fucking do this? What the fuck? This is there's no way. What? How the fuck do you go through that? Focus.
This is mine. We will never give up.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Moon. Oops. This is still fucked up. Still fucked up. Oh my god. A. T. H. Holy crap! Hope I don't have to do that again.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration in his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death. But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth! Here he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case. Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death?
What's up, Crastle? Yes, you heard.
Gummy wummy!
Are you suggesting
Rub my
again
tummy.
that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe. You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking.
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. All right, you pass. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the bestest of best friends.
Don't say those stupid things. I hate you so much right now.
Enough! Why do I have to be hated this much?
Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all, not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit.
How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend you know.
We aren't even friends in the first place.
Then as your older brother, let me say this.
You're not my brother.
It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys.
Well, there may be some demand for that. I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. The man bait.
Okay. Oh, Monokuma's the best. Absolutely. We all know this.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked,
Then let's
huh?
bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly. We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. I don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. Special poison. Definitely special poison.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Not enough time.
Is the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
There, I consent!
I agree with that.
See you later, Moon.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special
Protein.
Poison?
Protein.
Additionally, that's a
Poison.
poison made specifically for killing.
Gains.
I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all. If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
His front tail was affected.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
There it is.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
I've already said it. Think carefully and try to remember it. Oh, we gotta dive in. We gotta break down some brain cells.
Whee!
Oof. Oh, my brain broke! We gotta go fast. Goes the poison. Gas. Oh, come on! Yeah, he licked a cube of poison. Oh!
Back! No, come on now!
There. Nice. How did he go through? Through the wound, through his mouth, through his nose. Through his nose. He went.
Woo!
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. I lost a couple IQ points, but I
Instead of
figured it
drinking the
out.
Poison, we assume he inhaled it.
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
Enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
Breathe that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The reason we didn't breathe in the poison gas was because of the sprinklers?
I see. The sprinklers in the
Made it a
warehouse.
liquid again.
Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
It goes in, undergoes
This
hydrolysis.
was also written on the poison's warning label.
In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers. Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
You are too short-sighted, Soda.
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time.
I know, right? Who threw the bottles? I think Monokuma's gonna be like,
Hang on a second!
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
Not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
I think Monokuma's gonna play Russian roulette on the people who threw the bottles. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? Oh, that can't
There
be.
might have been an accomplice.
Nani?
Chiaki, what did you just say? If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Nagito really brought in the poison. It was in meat on the bone! Of course! Container.
I see! Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
You can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container, away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
That's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible! I mean, an accomplice? It is just too...
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right! You're totally right! That's totally it!
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
We're about to get a big one, I bet. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore, but hurting someone else. Everyone's tired. Tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody has to get hurt. But...
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
Nani? What is this feeling I just got now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he's used in the container was... No! No, 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 no! No, 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 no! Fire grenade, fire grenade, fire grenade, fire grenade, fire grenade.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
I see. I got it.
No time to spell out it. You just gotta go, go, go.
Huh?
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse.
Oh, so it was only one of the containers, so whoever threw the poison container.
It can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
It was a Russian roulette. So whoever threw the poison one was the one that gets picked.
Bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but
Yo, what's up, Cheeky?
the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade. Huh?
It was the little blue thing.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh?
That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
Taters!
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping it.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
You're right.
No, who threw the
If the
grenades?
canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding. You're right. In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
Nope, he made you guys kill him.
No, it's not.
Jockey?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
It's when we threw the grenades.
I see.
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse,
Well, who was the lucky one?
the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
Who was the lucky person who threw the poison?
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was... Did it mean he didn't kill himself?
You said so yourself. You said Nagito committed suicide.
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Nagito. The person who prepared the poison grenade was Monokuma! I knew it!
I see.
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
It was Nagito.
I see.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
To make one of us kill him. To make someone throw the poison.
I see.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on. If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever.
Whatever.
I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Why? Why are you saying this?
Please stop! I will never become queen!
Wait, what?
How can you... how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Why are you asking me? It doesn't mean the trial's over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it, even if it leads me to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
Oh, we're doing this. Okie dokie. Let's see. He takes the cap off. Pours it in. Sets him up. Ties his hand up. Stabs himself a lot. Sets up the Monokuma. Fire, fire, fire. Poison breaks. Stock number 2. He lets go of the spear, stabs him in the chest. Panels. The Monokuma special poison. New stock. Puts them with the rest of them. Sets up the lighter. Set up the lighter over here. Stock 4! I think we're all done over here. Duct tapes his mouth. Nope. Ties him up. I guess maybe this... No. No. The music. No. The fire. What am I missing? So it's all over here. In order to hurt himself, Nagito propped the knife with something. The reason we went to the warehouse was fire. Like, I thought it was this one. Okay, never mind. Whatever. I thought I put that one there to begin with.
But I guess I was wrong.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up, he also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse.
Hey, who's being coddled up there? Who's holding on to who?
But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades.
It's probably Akane protecting Sonya.
We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, The fact that we can't determine the killer's identity.
Oh, you know what? It was probably Akane protecting
This should be the
Fuyuhiko.
truth behind Nagito's
Because
trap.
Fuyuhiko's the tiny one. I bet you that's what it was.
Baby gangsta.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You're saying we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh.
He said this to us earlier.
It's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
His luck. His talent.
I see. Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
I believe in my ultimate luck.
I guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But in his
Except for Hajime. He's a stinky reserve student.
it almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. Oh, Russian roulette.
It's a game where you load one bullet in a gun, spin the cylinder, point it towards you, and pull the trigger. So you really did it.
Ah, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So it would have been fine if I only used one bullet, huh? I guess it was just as Monami said. I misunderstood and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder. So that's how I did it.
And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck, and he was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted.
I just trusted my luck.
I forgot what I did with Teru Teru. I think I did like he turned into that kid from Metal Gear Rising at the end, but I think I did a little something like no, that's what he turned into.
You just relied on your luck?
He turned Cajun. It's not just luck, it's true ultimate lucky student. Lucky student, lucky student, lucky student.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Nah.
He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
No, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
The traitor.
Target? Who? The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know.
Oh no. It is gonna be Chiaki because what's gonna happen is his luck transferred to the traitor picking up the poison bottle, and I think Chiaki's gonna rely on Nagito's luck to make her the killer. I think that's what she's alluding to.
That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student and incorporated that luck into his plan.
It's gonna be Chiaki because he wanted to find the traitor and he believed in his luck, and his luck was gonna be that Chiaki was the traitor that picked up the poison bottle. And I think that's what that's what's gonna happen.
As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
I believe she is the traitor, yes, the way that she's been acting.
He left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
The traitor.
I see. That's it.
Yep, this counts as a murder, not a suicide.
The traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Well, I think the Chiaki's gonna admit that she is the quote-unquote traitor, and she's gonna say, yes, I'm the traitor, and I'm gonna believe in Nagito's luck that I picked the poison fire grenade, so everyone vote me. And I think it's gonna go through.
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Remember, anime.
Then what he said in his video message.
That won't work with just any student handbook if you want to disarm that bomb. You have to use the traitor student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
It is just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long was it really because we didn't believe in
But
him.
if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair.
But does the traitor even know they're a traitor?
That's something he'd say.
I think they do.
Monami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
I think Monami knows who the traitor is too. Traitor's a strong word.
And that concludes my argument.
I think it's more better. A better phrase would be anti-Monokuma.
Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but
The only thing we can do is believe.
yeah, pro Future Foundation, because I believe the Future Foundation's probably not bad. But if Monokuma is against it, then it's probably good.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself.
It is Chiaki.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Okay.
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
Yo, my gamer girl queen! It's me. I did it.
It's you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please, hold on.
Aw, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor.
What? My
The
queen!
agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Damn it! Just when I get close to someone, they die again!
This is nonsense. Why? Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
So the first time she said it was like what, like trial 3 or something like that. She said like something like you'll even include me or something like that in your group, which made me think like, hang on a second, that's a little suspicious.
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right?
And then
Surely you must be joking.
And then my guess got solidified when she scanned her handbook on that thing, and she's like, "Oh wait, it's wrong." A little slip of the tongue there, because Nagito said, "Oh, this scanner checks who the traitor is," and then she scanned it. It's like, and she said immediately afterwards, "Oh, it's wrong," because it didn't scan it correctly from her point of view, and she said, "Oh, it's wrong." But that was just it just got glossed over.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked. After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait. The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is.
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet.
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh?
Hey, Hajime, can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why the only thing I can do is plead with you.
Wait, what do you mean? You can't. Are you
I
forced
want you
to
do
not?
it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So...
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Well, I guess Monami is part of the Future Foundation too, and she's just trying to cover for Chiaki.
Done it!
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami and Chiaki's relationship, proven it here. Is that the only way? Panic talk action. Oh god damn it.
Hajime, you stupid face!
Shit, what is the buttons? Reload. X.
I won't let you. Burst open and mix. I can't lose. I won't let you. Burst open and mix. I'll lower your grade.
It's just so, it's hard to find out where the fuck it wants me to press.
Let's all get along. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along.
Oh, we go fast though, and I'm good.
I won't let you. Burst open and mix. I can't lose. I won't let you. Burst open and mix. I'll lower your grade. Hajime, you stupid face.
This fever lasts a long time.
Hajime, you stupid face. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
Monami's notebook.
This is the end! When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook!
Able to talk to everyone for the first time today, Monokuma showed up and things turned to bad. Bakula's the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
No, the truth is I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The final dead room. That's right, because she stopped him from going in there.
specific entry.
Day 16, we've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
Finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out with this. I can finally get out. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you'd do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so, with an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word, took her handbook out of her pocket, and without hesitation, swiped the card reader. There, see? Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the trader's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake. That must be a mistake. Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it. I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor. There is just no way.
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe it, but...
Then nobody will be saved.
Make your argument.
Chiaki is not the traitor.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Move forward, the patch is showing us.
Chiaki is not...
What was the, No, what's her account?
When we were trying to turn off the bomb,
Shit.
didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known.
I think it's Sonia's account, but...
The only person who knew it was a fake was me when I tried
That
to
one.
detonate it.
That one.
That's not it.
What's up, Danny? No, that's wrong!
That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake.
Because Monomi was watching her shoot the firework off.
Monomi was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monomi. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monomi. I do not want to hear that!
No! Wait!
Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
but I mean, she is admitting it. I don't remember what these accounts are. Can I look at them?
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chalky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Damn it! I ran out of cuts. I'm trying to see what the. It won't let me.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chalky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Oh, here we go again.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chalky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Oh, thank God.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma.
Monokuma?
Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island.
Shit.
Crap. There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
That's one. Allow me to cut through that argument.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Where did Nagito obtain the bomb? I wonder. Yep, he kept quiet until then.
That Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
Yep.
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
Yup. We gotta.
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you, that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time.
I believe in my gamer girl.
That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life.
Although she's not as good as Ibuki, but she's damn well an awesome second placer.
So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
And that's not accounting for Aoi and Sakura.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before.
This is a tier list for from game to game. If we have to mash it together, it's Aoi up top, followed by Sakura, followed by Ibuki, followed by Chiaki.
Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Actually, Sakura's at the bottom, but she's lifting everyone up.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel. I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
She is our pillar.
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me and cast your vote.
Damn it! Why did it end up like this?
What do you mean the top have a pattern? What do you mean? Break. Man, those Hangman Gambits, man, they got nuts. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness. Loneliness. Sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking. And believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead.
Even so.
Yep. That was the right way to go. So, I guess I guessed right, but not for the right reasons. Well, actually, no, I did guess that she would be the traitor, but getting to that point was different than what I guessed. But it's the journey, not the destination, right? Sakura and Aoi are athletic workout? Hell yeah, they do. But then if that was the case, Akane would be up top too, but I don't know, I don't like her too much. She's okay, but she's just kind of, not the sharpest tool in the shed. And, they play that up a lot. That's right, Ibuki does run a lot, too. You're right! Ibuki runs around the island, like, all the time!
Man, I'm pooped! Let's just go ahead and announce the result! The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Komeda's killer is... Chiaki Nanami!
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct?
The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depending entirely on his luck.
Everything was true!
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid. We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time, are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There is no choice but to believe it, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what.
'Cause...
I can't betray the Future Foundation.
Well...
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation.
What the heck?
But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
Well...
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions.
You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not gonna answer, right? Like if we ask why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry. That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you've never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
Yeah, about that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say that he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange.
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. Woohoo! You've raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations! You've successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor and kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Kill everyone else besides the traitor?
Are you
That was
serious?
Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? To form a plan that only the traitor would survive? Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay.
Okay, what?
Well,
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably would have taken the things... He probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chucky.
You really are a kind-hearted person.
You think so?
I wonder where you got your personality from.
perhaps...
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think?
Hey!
Come on now.
Don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru Teru.
I can't lose.
Then I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know it's a fight I can't win. I must try to retaliate.
Huh? Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Isn't that a great picture?
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She self-destructed! Oh my god! She Yamcha'd!
What'd you say?
What's going on?
Monokuma, like, die.
No!
I'm not dead.
A new fucking one came out!
Man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
Not yet, I'm not done yet.
Hey, wait!
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
That's not the last one. That's a great picture, too.
Hey, not yet.
Seriously, stop it! If you don't stop right now, it's all gonna be destroyed!
I won't forgive you.
Of course I'm doing it, so you will all be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my students. I will protect them with my life.
Follow me.
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
How many? Not that much. Just around 10 to the 60th power.
What did you say?
What?
Well, 1 million.
1, 10, 100, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead, 10 to the 50, and then 10 to the 60. That's 10 to the 60th power.
After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite a daring spirit.
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? Well, while you're doing this, my clothes are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong.
What? Those were just stuffed animals!
That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing. Monami, finish them off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma.
What? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic.
Magic, huh?
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey, hold on. If you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey.
What's going on? Don't tell me they're not gonna call this magic or something. Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong.
That's a lot of Monokuma.
There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
And how many Monomis are left to challenge my army? You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right?
I know everything. I am the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose.
Yeah, I won't give up. Even if I have no chance of winning,
It's okay, Monami. Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them.
Right?
Damn it.
What the hell is going on?
I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say is
Listen.
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like...
Yeah, does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy beside the Future Foundation?
This is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations.
Okay, that's it. Let's just leave that talk for later. Because the punishment time's gonna start. Hey, hold on, just a little more time. To wait or not to wait, that is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, you know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't.
I'm sorry, Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have.
No.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Special bleeding service.
Ah, for Monami too.
Huh?
Why even Monami? Well, I mean, she did attack Monokuma.
It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing any time I wanted to since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and also, I remember now. I'm an only child.
That is...
What is it?
Yeah, it's okay. Even if I'm here, I'll just be a burden anyway, and not just that. I've decided to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry about so many things.
And everyone was such a shitbag to Monami.
I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher.
I mean, I guess everyone did think that she was part of Monokuma's, little party.
There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
everyone.
Look at that. That's adorable.
It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
You know, for the ultimate gamer, she's got some really nice calves. I'm just gonna say that right now. She doesn't skip leg day. Maybe she plays like DDR a lot or something.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh no. Well, at least she went out with a bang. Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chihaki's final moment. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say what I needed to say, Chiaki vanished before my eyes. And I couldn't even tell her thank you. If I had said that, would she have been comforted a little? As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it!
Good gracious, that was such a big surprise! As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of point man during the class trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too. Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh? Wait, does that mean...
Now that the annoying rabbit is gone as well, all of the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Are you serious? We can leave the island?
I shall now present.
Yep. Congratulations. With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who've survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean?
There are still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up for so another killing happens right away.
Yeah, you're right.
Stop it, what are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind?
Also, you say you 5 like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you were saying it's the end already, even though there's still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters. There are 5 people left? Are you planning to make a volleyball team?
Silly fool!
You need 6 people for volleyball! Don't stay quiet, say something! What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created.
Huh?
no.
Well, you'll just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's laid plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all of your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey.
Man, new world, don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you.
Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. Look at all my Monokumas. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen. And burrowed deep into my sheets. As if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally sets. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on all that? And not just that, if we're really leaving, then where are we going? The Hope's Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia, like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything, like everything in this world was nothing but lies.
Ah!
I rushed out of the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the... I rushed out of the cottage... When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Ah, Hajime, good timing. Good timing, what do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What was it about?
Well?
Apparently there was more to that message inside that laptop. Huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until the day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? But why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will. Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it, at the restaurant. We gotta fill up that despair, but we also gotta flush the toilet. Also, I hate to leave you guys on a little cliffhanger right there, but we do have to say bye-bye for now. Check the living. She's dead. But yeah, I am gonna have to say bye-bye for now, my friends. So thank you for joining. I'm going to assume the next Ding Dong stream will be the last stream. I'm assuming we've got like, what, 2 hours left or so? Because I remember last time my final stream of the first game was like 5.5 hours. So to prevent that from happening again, I'm going to end it now. So thanks, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next time. Take care, stay well, and bye-bye.